Hi everybody, so I'm going to make this very short and brief, but essentially in this video I'm going to be showing you guys the effort that it takes to consistently turn new coaching clients into case studies, okay? So this video is specifically for people who are signing on clients at a consistent rate for their coaching business, for their coaching programs. However, you want to learn, essentially the effort that it takes to turn these people into case studies and how to do it at a predictable manner that will allow you to scale very, very efficiently, okay? So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so down here, obviously, I have a bunch of parts of your offer that you should be implementing. Okay, so number one is we have in-depth course material, where you obviously kind of build a base for that person and take them to at least 50%. Number two is your one-on-one calls, which is essential in your coaching offer and is basically the base of a regular coaching offer. Number three is obviously a community, and then number four is group call Q&As. Okay. So first of all, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start off with the one-on-one calls, and we're going to essentially dissect this and dissect why, just offering one-on-one coaching just is not, that efficient, especially if you want to, get your clients results and turn them into case studies that you can then leverage within your front-end marketing, okay? So let's say for example, okay? We have somebody in maybe the real estate niche, right? Or we have somebody in the sales niche, okay? So sales, okay? So this person just quit their job, okay? And you just close them on a call for, $1,000 maybe for one-on-one coaching, okay? So essentially what's going to happen is they don't know anything about sales, okay? Let's take this for example, okay? So this isn't, a sale, like a person that's formerly done sales. This is a brand new person that, has signed on because they want to learn sales from you, okay? And you only offer one-on-one calls, okay? So what's going to happen is this person has zero knowledge before they hop on calls with you. And what's going to happen is, there's going to be the same questions over and over again. And you're only going to be able to take them to a certain level, okay? Especially in a certain amount of time, all right? And it'll probably take 3 or more months to actually, kind of get this person to 50, 75%. And then from there, eventually, with longer periods of time and more, 1 hour long calls, you'll eventually get them to 100%, say in 6, 7, 8 months, okay? Depending on how hard they work and how motivated they actually are, okay? As opposed to obviously if you were to run the content to cash coaching model, which is all of this stuff, kind of blended and mixed in together, okay? So the first thing that we're going to do in the content to cash coaching model is in-depth course material, okay? So you're going to dedicate 3 days to creating the best program, the best client program that you could possibly create, okay? You do not want to leave out a single detail about any of your mechanisms or what you're doing, okay? So if you are a sales coach, you do not want to leave out any, details about anything related to your sales process, okay? So this course material alone, them going through it and them actually, kind of, taking the stuff out of here, and kind of implementing it, this alone should take them between 50 to 75%. So about the 60% mark, okay? In terms of understanding, okay? Or comprehension, I should say. Then we have the community. The community's role is obviously to keep people accountable and to keep them motivated, okay? Hence why we have people, showing off their case studies and doing all this different kind of stuff. It's to obviously keep your other clients motivated, okay? And to, kind of remind them that, hey, if I perform this certain input for X amount of time, then it should make it absolutely unreasonable for me not to achieve the result that this person has achieved, if not even better, okay? So therefore, the community should take them to about 70%, for example, let's say, right? Because obviously, they're constantly taking action and doing all this stuff, right? They're completing the inputs that are needed, okay? Then we have the one-on-one calls, right? So the one-on-one calls, they're obviously, also, an accountability factor, and they also, teach the clients new stuff, as well as obviously, kind of, keep them keep them in check, keep them, performing the proper inputs that are needed to obviously turn them into a case study. So the one-on-one calls should take them to about 90%. Okay, 90% in terms of overall understanding and kind of performance, right? Then lastly is the group Q&A calls. Okay, so the group Q&A calls are obviously going to be with the person who runs the personal brand, which should be you. Okay, people obviously join the program for a reason. They want to kind of converse with you and stuff like that, and ask you for stuff, for advice and insights, right, on how they should go from X to Y in X amount of time. Okay, so essentially what should happen is once or twice a week you should host a group Q&A call, and obviously from here, they join the calls, they ask you questions, you give them the insights, and obviously, if you're asking somebody, a question, a specific question, then that should be, based on the bottleneck that they're dealing with, the one bottleneck that they're dealing with that is keeping them from going to, Y from X, okay? So let's say, for example, you're running the sales program, and this person is having trouble, handling objections, for example, or handling a certain objection, and they come in and ask you, hey, so let's say your name is Mike, for example. Hey, Mike, how do I solve this objection, for example? How do I go about doing that? Okay, so they'll obviously teach them how to solve the objection. They'll take notes. They'll put in the inputs. They'll practice it over time, and then from there, they become a top. That's basically a cherry on top. They learn how to deal with that objection. They were a really good closer other than that objection, and then boom, you turn them into a case study, and now they're a closer that's kind of performing the best. They're at 100%, and then boom, they're a new case study. Okay, so yeah, that's essentially the effort that it'll take to turn or consistently turn a new coaching client into a case study. So number one, in-depth course material to essentially give them that base and basically that basic understanding of how everything works. Number two is the community to obviously keep them accountable and to keep them motivated. Okay, because it's human nature that humans will essentially do work or more work, put in more effort for other people than we will for ourselves. Okay, we're very selfish people, or creatures, I should say. Right. Then these one-on-one calls, their point is to obviously also keep you accountable, but also kind of teach you new insights. And then the group Q&A is the icing on top to essentially the icing on top is essentially, the biggest bottlenecks that these people are facing. They come in, they ask, and then boom. Once their questions are answered, they keep, repeating the inputs that are needed to obviously become a case study. Then they'll become a case study, which you can then leverage within your front end marketing to sign on even more clients. And then you repeat the same process for every single client that comes through, turn them all into case studies, and then from there, the social proof is there, and then you just turn everybody into a case study. Okay. So thank you guys for watching this video. Obviously, if you enjoyed it, please like the video, subscribe, because obviously, I teach you guys stuff about this space, the coaching space that not everybody kind of spills. So go ahead and subscribe to me for more free value. Keep watching the videos, and if you want to become a client one day, just watch all my videos. I guarantee you will. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys later. Peace.